Hello, everyone, and welcome to the UltraQuest podcast here on the Morphin Network. How is everyone doing this lovely week? Actually, let me ask you, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing good. My younger brother's wedding coming up, so I shaved and got a haircut for that.
Oh, nice. You're back to that old 2007 hairdo. Yeah, all that. That's it'd be fun if you actually wore that Venom shirt underneath your tux. It's like I will time to torture your loneliness like I tortured the Mastodon by getting you two married.
Yes.
Yes. Here we are. We're doing the UltraQuest podcast. But before we get started, did everyone have a great weekend? Because this weekend there were 3 conventions on the same weekend. One in LA, downtown LA, one in Long Beach, not Long Beach, Anaheim, and one in Burbank. That's right. There was SoCal Gaming Expo, NostalgiaCon, and Robo Toy Fest. Did you guys get to go to any one of these? Did you guys get to go to all 3 of them? Let me know in the comments. Me, Leo, and Steve, all 3 of us were at Robo Toy Fest. We got to meet the cast of none other than VR Troopers. That's right. I got all 3 of them to sign my DVD. I wish I had all 4 DVDs for them to sign, but it is what it is. Like if you could only get 1/4 of the entire series, better than getting none of it. And yes, yeah. I got all 3 troopers to sign it, plus Ryan's dad, Tyler Steele. So
yeah,
so that's
it. Oh, so you've got American Mattel there, Spielbahn, Diana Lady, and Top Gunder.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Had we had more time, I would have also gotten Percy and Woody to sign it as well, but unfortunately, it was quite the wait for us to get to meet the cast of because we did have to do the interviews, and yes, we did interview all 3 of them. So yes, that is more Morphin Network content for you guys to enjoy coming soon. Just to hold on, let me just close that out real quick. Yes, so just to give you a quick taste. Give me 1 quick second. Yes, here it is. Right there.
Nice.
Yep, that's all 6 of us together. It's so awesome. And yeah, I hope for those of you who got to go to Robo Toy Fest got to enjoy meeting the cast. As you know, I grew up with the show. Like I watched VR Troopers before I even watched Power Rangers religiously. But we're not here to talk about VR Troopers. We're not here to talk about Metal Hero. We're here to talk about Ultraman Z. Call My Name, episodes 13 through 17.
Yes, but before we get on with it, just one last thing. Yeah. I'm still hoping that Discotech can release Spielbahn Mattel there.
Yeah, I am in agreement with you because I do want to watch the original Japanese source material for these.
Oh, they're good
shows. Yeah.
Well, Scheider's out.
Well, three. Yeah, three. 3 shows. I want to see all 3 of them. I know Discotech released some of them, not all of them, but some's better than none.
They released a good amount of Metal Heroes, actually.
Yeah. Did they release Beat Fighter and Beat Kabuto?
Yeah.
Because I gotta be honest, that is what I'm really looking forward to watching the most. Because I'm gonna be honest, Beetleborgs was okay, in my opinion. I gotta plug in my phone because it's dying. See, one of the issues I have to go through every year is my air conditioner in my car dying on me. So there's that's the thing. That's the thing I have to deal with. Yeah, it really sucks. That's something no one should ever have to deal with, especially here where I live, where it's really hot. The only thing that's worse than that is if, if you live where Steve lives, because that's even worse.
Hmm.
Yeah, because he lives in the sands.
Hmm.
Yeah. I do not envy him in the slightest. But yeah, so episode 13. It's a clip show episode. Like we could run through it in 5 minutes. After still going through the same turmoil from the last couple of episodes, Haruki discovers Kanegon, one of my favorite kaiju. And yes, I actually remembered his name because he appeared in Ultra Q and in Ultraman arc, and I can't remember, was it X he was in? I know he was in the season we did recently, so. Oh, but he did appear as a toy in Ultraman 66, so that counts.
Well, you should come to G-Fest and get yourself some toys of Kanegon and Jiris.
Yeah, I mean, you could go there for me since you're actually going to be there. I did see a bunch of toys of various different Boltons. So, lots of Boltons. Needless to say, where is my gravity suit? But I said, where's my gravity suit? I gotta go to planet Zebes and fight the Boltons and Mother Brain, who I'm sure has a Ultraman counterpart somewhere in existence. Somewhere in existence. Surely not a giant cloud of eel kaiju where like they eat their friends. Poor Hori.
Yes.
But yeah, no. Kanegon is so cute in this episode. He's doing yoga and all kinds of things, and he's so adorable. But unfortunately, he eats the Ultra Metals. And apparently, in order for him to cough him up, he has to like Haruki has to just like recall the past events in order to get the respective medals. So when he talks about Alpha Edge, he coughs out the 3 Alpha Edge medals. When he talks about Beta Smash, he coughs out the Beta Smash ones. But to get the Gamma Future, let's just say he has to dig his way to China, as we say in America.
Yeah. It was very lovely.
Yeah. I'll say this, at least we've got a homegirl nerding out about dissecting kaiju, and she's so cute. Like I love it when like honestly, like that's the dream girl when a woman go gets all nerdy and excited about dissecting things like kaiju and cadavers and whatnot. For scientific purposes. Yeah, and we do find out that canon kaiju Grigio that we fought in
Grigio episode
was female. Because apparently her chromosomes are very similar to that of humans for some reason.
All we know is that it had XX chromosomes, which makes it female.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we don't know how chromosomes work for aliens, so hey, at least we're being consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so long story short, we recover all of the medals. And yes, our heroes have a one final heart-to-heart where Zed's like, "Oh, I was not aware this is how you felt. I'm so sorry. But now that I know, we can work together to be more synchronized."
Mm-hmm.
You seriously resolved a major plot point
Synchro show
in a clip show episode. In a clip show episode.
Of all things.
Of all things, how insulting. It's like if it was the episode before the clip show. If it was 2 episodes after the clip show. But no, you did it during the clip show. I'm really annoyed by just the fact that we always have to deal with clip show episodes in most shows. Yes, there's a few outliers that are fun to watch, but the concept as a whole is just frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly, for me, when it comes to like Neo, Heisei, and Reiwa Ultraman, the only purpose it serves for me is being able to distinguish like when an arc begins or ends, and only because it's like, oh, I have to know how we're gonna break down the episode count when we do the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Haruki hasn't eaten for a while, which is something I can relate to because from 5 p.m. This Saturday to 6 p.m. this Sunday, I didn't have anything to eat, so I was like literally dying through the convention. Though you're not gonna be able to tell if that's the case. Not gonna lie though, it takes me back to 2012.
And he glitched out.
Yep. Ooh, wait, hold on. Did I glitch out? Or
hopefully he comes back soon. Hold tight, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on. Did I glitch out? You glitched out. Hello? You guys good? Hello? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So yeah, basically it was a clip show episode with Kanegon, and some things get resolved in a clip show of all things.
Can you see me? Dude. No! Oh. Can't be my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is supposed to be fine. What's going on? Hold on. I'm going to leave studio for a second. Hey, you okay? I think you're the one that glitched out. Yeah, it's definitely him that glitched out. Curse you, Carl Zichter! Curse you, Carl Zichter!
There we go.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
Yes. You thought it was I that glitched out, but it was actually you, Axel. And yes, that Dio joke will come back a little bit later, believe me. Yeah.
Regardless, I'm back.
Yes. I'm here, so you are here, you are me, and we are all together. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, it's a clip show episode. And I'm thinking back, it's like, oh, let's look at all the clip show episodes from Power Rangers, and then you remember, yeah, and Power Rangers, like they went as far back as, oddly enough, since Zeo. Zeo had their clip show episode on the first episode of all things. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Space didn't have one. But Lightspeed did. Yeah. No, not like what's it called? Lost Galaxy. They're about to get executed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lightspeed, everyone got amnesia except for Dana. Time Force. It was the fourth to the last episode.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone's like, it's got that pre-departure blues. And then what's it called? Let's see, pre-departure blues. I don't remember if they had one in Wild Force. Did they?
Maybe.
But I do know that in Ninja Storm, it was like, Hunter, how dare you have that crystal from back in episode 8-ish. Let's see. Dino Thunder. Yeah, we find out that two of the school staff members were Mesogog and Elsa the whole time. So we don't know if we can trust Trent. SPD, everyone had insomnia because we're not as good as A Squad, but turns out you're better than A Squad. By the way, turns out the A Squad Pink Ranger was actually the wife of Koichi Sakamoto.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's something I did not know until recently.
You mean the actress or the suit actress?
Yes.
So both.
Yes. Yes. That's a really cool thing. Being on the same field, that's amazing. Sadly, no, we did not interview her because she's really shy, and we will respect that boundary. Hopefully, in the future, she'll feel more comfortable, and we could, get a proper interview. But I hope she got to say hi to a lot of fans because stunties deserve their own table.
Yes.
By the way, I actually met the stunty for JB Reese from VR Troopers.
Nice.
Yeah, he wasn't a guest; he was just like visiting. But hey, it's cool that he actually showed up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I got to talk to him and everything, and you learn a thing or two about production suits, and apparently in American stunt work, we actually have 3 different names for the stunt suits. But more on that some other time. Hopefully we could get an online interview with him in the future. But yeah, no, I love stunties. They're so cool. Yeah, now where was I? Oh yeah. Mystic Force. Korag was on trial. Operation Overdrive. They had to connect the dots to get to Greece. Jungle Fury. Don't blow that dough. RPM. What if Venjix won?
Yeah.
Seriously, you thought Ranger Series Red was the password? You thought Nitro Sword was the password? Really? Nitro Sword. That's your password. That's the kind of password an idiot uses for their email. Excuse me, I've got to go change my email password.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, indeed. Yes, and the less I say about the next 13 seasons, the better.
Yeah.
Yeah, the less I say about those. They don't even hide it. Christmas, Halloween, it's double clip show every year.
Yep.
Now I ask you to try this bass. That's basically the main tagline for episode 14. Old Man Hajime, which is not his actual name, but he's got a giant tuna.
Oh, yes.
And we want to eat that tuna.
I mean, you can if you want. I personally don't care for fish.
Me neither. I'm just being comical because I'm trying to relate to storage. But everyone goes into a time loop for a couple of minutes.
Oh yeah, because of Bolton, not Bolton. Bolton.
I had to double check that when I was watching the episode. Apparently, if you get the Rose Orb and the Indigo Orb from the Hoenn region, you can combine them to make a purple orb. That doesn't make much sense, but trust me, the English dub, the 4Kids knows what they're doing. I think.
No, they do not.
Yeah, remember that episode? Remember that episode of Pokemon Advance where they were on Dewford Island and we see both Team Magma and Aqua together for the first time? It's like you found the Rose Orb, but we found the Indigo Orb.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Speaking of which, somebody actually leaked the final episode of the 4Kids dub of Ultraman Tika onto YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. So I decided to look at certain parts of it. It's, as you can expect, it's not as impactful as the original Japanese version. And instead of, you know how when the spark lens turns to dust?
Yeah.
And how Daigo says anybody with the light can become Ultraman, and he said some more profound things.
Don't tell me he gets interrupted by Shingo and goes like, maybe I should become Ultraman next.
No, he just says, "Oh, it's okay. That just means the monsters will never appear again." Bull crap, they'll never appear again. How do you explain Dinah?
Well, to be fair, the show never got renewed for Dinah.
I suppose, but it's just like, yeah, sure, they'll never appear again.
And what are we supposed to do if they do appear again? Huh, Shindo?
Well, it was Dub Daigo who said, not Shinjo.
Yeah, well, I imagine Shinjo would be the one to say it anyways. I have very little faith in Shinjo, as you might have noticed. So much so, I have more faith in Ide.
Oh, and let's not forget Iruma. Dub Iruma, that is.
Yeah. Golf is incredibly boring, and the 70s must never make a comeback. Like hell, the 70s are never going to make a comeback. I will make it come back. I will weaken and Bernie the 70s if I have to.
But yeah, if you're curious, just look up Ultraman Tika final episode 4 Kids Dub, and somebody, I don't know how they found it, but they did.
Send me the link.
Yeah.
Not right now. But
if you really want to torture yourself, I will send you the link after this podcast.
The masochist in me is saying yes. The innocent sweet boy who doesn't want to get into the mirror says, no, please don't. But the comedian in me says, I am morbidly curious.
Oh my gosh. Like
it's like that one Family Guy joke. It's like the kid in me likes the frosted side. The adult in me likes the kid in me.
Yeah.
Oh man, Michael Jackson, and the old days when we made fun of him for stuff. Now we just listen to his music religiously.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna rock with you all night, and we're stuck in a time loop.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to hate on 4Kids, but they make it so easy.
Yeah, it's the they're so quick to give you ammunition.
Yeah, like it makes me glad that I did watch barely any of 5D's dubbed.
Actually, 5D's dub wasn't too bad. I mean, sure, maybe there might be some changes in dialogue, but the voice casting did a phenomenal job playing the characters that they were sent to play. So,
I suppose, but the thing is that when I rewatched Duel Monsters and GX, there were times to where I remembered what they did in the 4Kids dub, and I'm like, oh my gosh, not this scene.
I mean, honestly, my biggest complaint about the 4Kids version of Duel Monsters was a very specific scene from season 1.
Which is? Oh yeah, the finger guns. Oh no, they're pointing their fingers at us. Whatever are we gonna do?
Again, like the one that actually talks to Kaiba, I don't have a problem with. It's the other guy who's like, why are you also pointing?
Yeah.
It's like, you'd think it would be just as easy to just like draw like a long gray rectangle to make it look like his hand is down.
Yeah.
Or maybe like cut like a fist from another scene and then just like implants like.
Yeah, they could have. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with 4Kids and me. I don't want to hate on them anymore. Especially after I met Dan Green last year. He was a really cool guy.
And I met Wayne Grayson.
Yes. So the thing is
no
that
no matter what, let the games begin.
So the thing is that yes, I still prefer the Japanese version, but the dub is in my nostalgia. It's how I got into it. But the thing, so I'm more easygoing on the Yu-Gi-Oh dubs It's just that 4Kids makes it so easy to cringe at them.
Yeah, don't like it. Only has enough power that you give it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that's true. So I just try not to think about it, but it's part. Like I've heard the 5D's dub isn't too bad.
It's actually pretty good. I mean,
But-
sure, there's obvious censorship, but as far as voice casting the characters, they did a fantastic job.
I'm not crapping on the voice actors. I think the English voices, most of them fit. I mean, I kind of question why Jack Atlas has a Cockney accent, but we won't get into that.
But it still fits his character, though. Like, I mean, sure, he's not from southeastern London, but you know, what's really weird is when people keep accusing him of being Australian. He doesn't
he's
sound
got
Australian.
They gave him a Cockney accent.
Yeah, why are people assuming he's speaking Australian?
Whereas in the Japanese version, he's got
I'm
a more
Marcel Foster.
Yeah. Whereas in the Japanese version, he has a more deep voice.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm going to be honest. I think the Cockney accent works better for the character than the deep voice.
Really?
That's just my opinion. It's the ego. It fits the ego better. Like, deep voice, it's like, yeah, it makes him sound like a tough guy, maybe with the heart of gold. But it's like, but when Jack Atlas talks with a Cockney accent, he is the personification of what we imagine Kaiba's ego to be.
I suppose. But the thing is that with the Yu-Gi-Oh dubs, they kind of flanderize the characters a bit. Like, if you watch the Japanese version of Duel Monsters, Kaiba is not as rude or egotistical.
But I do like that he's sassy, even in the 4Kids dub. Make sure you're not late or you'll be disqualified. Mokuba, make sure that Wheeler's late.
Yeah, dialogue like that.
Yeah, but I do have to say, though, no matter what, English or Japanese, they did Joey dirty in that filler arc.
Which one? The
Kaiba Grand Prix. Like, honestly,
yeah.
I think it would have been the best storytelling if Joey actually won the Kaiba Cup. Yeah. And for many reasons. One, I wanted to be demonstrably shown that Joey has in fact come a long way since his origin. Not just having him defeat Yugi off screen, because like we know that happens, but we don't see it happen. But we want to see his feats, not just assume them to happen. This would have been our opportunity. He had back-to-back duels against both My Valentine and Valen. And the only reason he lost to Mai was because he effectively forfeited.
Yeah.
Like he held back. If he went full on, he would have creamed her a lot sooner than like we could have given him credit. Plus, he was severely exhausted from his previous duel with the Valen, because poor Joey, every time he duels, it always has to have some kind of secondary conditions that have a physical toll on him.
Yeah, like Malik's lava golem.
Not just the lava golem, the live stream as well.
Oh yeah,
not live stream, but life stream.
Yeah, that rope that was connected to his chest.
Yes, and when he fought against Valen, they were physically fighting each other using armor monsters as literal rider suits.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm glad little Kariba started watching Kamen Rider, because like high key that Valen's deck was inspired by it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and again, going back, live stream. If it wasn't for that live stream BS, he would have defeated Merrick, because all he had to do was say attack directly. 2 words, 4 syllables.
Yeah, he played Gearfried. He almost won, but he passed. But he only lost because he passed out.
Exactly. Not to mention the whole Winged Dragon of Ra issue against Odeon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like Joey goes through a lot of physical trauma in addition to the mental trauma. So the boy deserves a W. Like, and him defeating Siegfried would have been amazing. Even if Siegfried like lost on purpose so that Leon von Schroeder would have been in the finals, still just have Joey fight Leon.
Yeah, I mean, Janochi he's stronger than what people give him credit for.
Yeah. And to top it all off, this is Kaiba's tournament. Imagine out of all the tournaments for Joey to win in, it's that Kaiba Grand Prix.
Yeah, imagine Kaiba's surprise.
Yeah, you know, low key, I lament that when we were getting B-roll yesterday, I didn't get a skateboard with the Red Eyes Black Dragon, just so I could say like, Wheeler, you're a third-rate skater with a fourth-rate deck.
Fourth-rate tech deck.
Get a deck is another word for skateboard.
Yeah.
Oh man, missed opportunity. But you know, we were really pressed for our press work, so you know, it is what it is. But yeah. So this blob is causing four-dimensional problems, like that would give Tommy Oliver a run for his money.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that episode with the Groundhog Day, and
yeah, that happened to Carter too.
There's even a comedic scene where Jugless is inside the bathroom stall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's like it gets so recurring that everyone's just like, we're floating in air, who cares?
Yeah, just like we've been floating long enough.
Yeah, but of course this also causes Haruki to encounter his dad in the past, but of course his dad doesn't know it's him. I'm like, well, at least it's not some creepy pasta genjutsu.
Oh yeah,
because we've had so many of those during ARC. I'm so tired of those, and yet we still have one more text to sit through.
Yeah,
we still have one. I gotta do this the right way. We have one more creepypasta genjutsu from Ultraman ARC that we have to sit through.
Well, and who knows? Who knows if ARC teams up with Omega?
Who knows? I just hope Omega doesn't have to sit through another Ultraman. No, sorry, creepypasta genjutsu, courtesy of Swede or whatever the name of Swede's boss was. See, Swede's boss is so forgettable, I even forgot his name. Don't say the name to remind me. I'm deliberately not remembering it.
Yeah, you just want to block it from your memory.
Yes. And not just because I failed to encode and store it. But yeah, we have a lot of gravity problems, so we use Wingdom and Mod King Joe. But of course, then that's not going to help out. So, you know, we're going to use Gamma Future because, let's be honest, Gamma Future is his best form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he ends up becoming, well, if you've ever seen the movie Hobo with the Shotgun, he becomes a character from Hobo with the Shotgun. Because you know, the pavement, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we go to Beta Smash where he finally uses that where he uses that sword technique using father metal.
Oh yeah, Jack, Zoffy, and Father.
Yeah, so basically he just chucks that thing as hard as he can, and it just creates like a tornado thing.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Jugless is just still like investigating, like that one parasite dude. What is he up to?
Yeah,
You're getting sloppy, dude. Yes. But here we go. We're at the end of the episode. Nothing much of value really happens. Moving right along. Episode 15. Alrighty. Episode 15. We get another encounter with none other than Jeed.
Yes.
Yay, Jeed. That one dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so what is the plot of this episode? Basically, the monster from the previous episode basically created a riff. And who likes to eat riffs but the final boss from Mega Man X? Ultraman X.
Yeah, we see Grieza again.
Yeah, you were waiting for me to make that Freudian slip, weren't you?
No.
Yeah, you were. Don't lie to me. Yeah, no.
But no, we see Grieza from Ultraman X again. So interesting how the enemy from Ultraman X is fighting Zet.
I'm here to tell you right now.
Oh, hell no! 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 Oh, hell no!
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, no, it's like wobbling around like it always does.
Yeah, it's moving unnaturally.
Yeah. Yeah, and you don't even need generative AI to do it.
No.
Yeah, no, seriously, generative AI videos are just so disturbing to watch. And the more realistic they are, the more disturbing the movements.
You're not wrong.
It's like if your eyes are conditioned well enough, you could tell it's still AI.
Mm-hmm.
And it's painful to look at. It's like once you see the ones and zeros, like from the Matrix, you can't unsee the ones and zeros. You know what I mean? It's like I got Neo eyes for AI. Yeah, and no, this isn't a challenge for people to randomly send me videos and ask me if it's AI or not, even though I will know the answer. It's just me saying, yeah, no, it's like, I'm glad we didn't need to use AI to use this disgusting way of movement. Props to the human suit actor and the human video editors.
Yes, because practical effects are always better.
Even CGI effects made by human hands are still better than generative AI.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because it was human animators who made the animations on the computer.
Indeed.
Yeah. And yes, even Juggless is like, okay, like these guys are actually going to need my help. So in addition to Jeed and Zed, we got a hybrid kaiju, and then he hybrids even further by adding 2 more kaiju to it.
Oh yeah, to make 5 King again.
5 King, and I swear, one of the original 3 kaiju looks too much like Seadramon from Digimon.
Well, 5 King is supposed to be 5 of the most iconic monsters from the Tiga Gaia trilogy.
Yeah. Still looks like Seadramon, though. Betamon, Digivolve 2, Seadramon. Well, at least I can't believe Mega Seadramon was giving them a hard time in 02. Meanwhile, Metal Seadramon was a total beast who lasted 3 episodes. Yeah, so Juggless creates like a vortex to fend off the what's it called, the Grieza.
Yeah.
And of course, Jeed, it's like, in case I don't make it back, here's my medal. It's like, wait, what do you mean? Remember, the eye of the needle, you have to follow the thread. And he gets consumed by Grieza, and it turns into a giant orb.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about Ultraman orb.
No.
Yeah. Okay, you know where this is coming.
Rube.
Oh no, it's talking about
Orb Dark.
Orb Dark, Schwartz,
Nor Black
Nero,
Schwartz.
Nor Dark Black Schwartz. De Niro. Kuro. Yeah, so conveniently, the chief fell down a flight of stairs.
Yeah, conveniently.
Yeah, so what happened to you fell down a flight of stairs. I fell down a flight of stairs. No, you didn't. I'm gonna push you down a flight. Oh, sorry. Yes, he fell down a flight of stairs. I almost lost it when I heard it. I had to do a double take. Because I just could not believe that he said I fell down a flight of stairs. I'm going to filibuster for the next 5 minutes talking about him falling down a flight of stairs. You mean to tell me that there's a flight of stairs in storage headquarters that you happen to fall down upon conveniently at the same time this kaiju got its butt kicked? And Haruki, what's your excuse? You fell down an elevator shaft? Well, you seem to be pretty unscathed. You fell down a flight of stairs. Yeah, okay. So basically, we're talking about how we need to access the power of Belial, who was Ajit's father, but he's a total jerk face, so we don't really want to use his powers. But the Belial metal doesn't exist, doesn't it? How do we get it? It's pretty hopeless. What do we even do? That's a good question. How do we get Belial metal? Well, thankfully, Juggler shows up, and the two of them team up. He's even riding the back of a car.
Yeah.
Juggler is riding the back of a car. That's the kind of thing I would expect from 4Kids Tiga. Actually, now I dare 4Kids to do a dub of this episode just so he could tell the jokes. Listen, can we change the channel? Why? I don't want to listen to country music. I came here from 57 light years, not so I could listen to freaking country music.
Yeah, they'd do something like that.
Yeah. And it would be totally in Juggless's character. But yeah, no, they raid the parasite dude's laboratory, and they ascertain the Belial metal, which looks different from the other metals. So yes, he tries to use Zero, Jeed, and Belial, which kind of repels from his scanner because it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
But
that same thing, it happens in Orb too when Orb was trying to use the Belial card.
Mm-hmm. Wait, Belial's from before Orb?
Yeah.
I thought he first appeared in Jeed.
No, Jeed is Belial's son. Belial first showed up in 2009 with the Mega Monster Battle movie.
Oh. It
was also Ultraman Zero's first appearance, too.
Really? Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm glad I'm not watching the English dub of Zero because he sounds way too much like Dr. Crowler.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Well, isn't it, Ultraman Z, my prized pupil?
Yeah.
You're a much better Ultra than that Jaden Yuki.
Oh gosh, now I'm imagining Belial being voiced by Crowler's Japanese voice. He's called Kronos Demichi.
Yeah.
Imagine he tend to call Judai Dropout Boy. So
how is he a dropout if he's literally in the school?
I don't know. He just constantly called him Dropout Boy.
At least on the obelisks call him Slifer Slacker because Slifers tend to actually be slackers.
I guess. Oh gosh. So
But
now I'm imagining what if Belia Rock called Zet Dropout Boy?
You're an ultra slacker.
Oh my god. Oh gosh.
You'll never become an ultra obelisk that way. I summon Ancient Gear Ultra in attack mode.
What, does Sean Shamel voice Belial?
No, he voices Zero.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But funny you should mention that. You thought Sean Shamel voiced Belial Blade, but it's actually Dio. By which I mean Dio's English voice actor.
Kono Belial da.
Yeah, Kono Belial da. Yeah, and no, it's uncanny because you could hear his voice so clear. It's like where have I heard that suave villainous voice before? Oh no. The world.
Sawardo.
Ultra no Tomare. Yes, the Ultra has stopped. But yeah, no, it's like but I do find it interesting that he actually says this this one line, and it's like if you were to wield me, what would you use me for? Which is such a Dio thing to say, because if he had a stand arrow, it's like, if you were pierced by the stand arrow, what would you use it for? I will defeat JoJo using the power of this Ultraman once and for all. And no one can stop me. No, seriously, I am glad I watched the English dub of these 3 episodes because, Dio is our Final Form's main weapon, and it's sentient, so it's basically having an evil version of Saba.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Man. Wait, actually, I'm curious. Did Tony actually play a character in JoJo? I wouldn't be surprised because he is in charge of Big Bang. Sorry, not Big Bang. Bang Zoom Studios.
Yeah, Bang Zoom.
Yeah, which does supply a lot of the talent for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So, he played Bruford. Yeah, so we have 2 JoJo's Bizarre Adventure actors play who also played a talking sword. That's crazy, man. That's really crazy. Yeah. Which reminds me, I need to watch Arsene Lupin the Third Part 6. I still haven't watched Part 6 yet. But yeah, so using the Belia get on the Belial clism, the Belial catastrophe. I know the whole point. It's supposed to be a reference to Ragnarok. But yeah, no, it's like he uses the Dark Blade in order to defeat Grieza. And of course, Jeed flies off into another dimension, but lets him keep the medal just in case.
Yeah, and Jeed's back to his original form.
Yes, because somehow he regained the light or something like that.
Ultraman Hikari fixed his transformation device.
Yeah. Where is Ultraman Hikari from exactly?
Mabius.
Okay. Like I said, haven't seen Mabius, but want to.
Yeah. Hikari has a really cool design.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
He's also played by Zedo.
Oh, that's cool. But yeah, so next episode, it's a homegirl focus episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Parasite Dude, he's just losing it. He's just really losing it. So it's like this is my last chance. And Homegirl's like, in my home village, we have a story that every 333 years, on the 333rd day, on the 333rd minute in the afternoon, at 3:33 p.m. See, I'm doing a Digimon reference here. You thought it was Jeepers Creepers reference, but it's actually a Digimon reference. Yes. A great lion kaiju is going to show up. It's actually Ouroboros.
Yeah, from Rube.
Yes. I love Rube. Rube is fun.
Rube is a fun season.
Yes. It is a phenomenal season.
Finally, someone who agrees with me.
Yeah. I like the first half better, to be honest, though. But yeah, Rube is really fun. I just wish that Itsumi got more character development.
Yeah,
Katsumi's great though, but that's also why I consider Katsumi more of the main character than Itsumi. Yeah. But yeah, so Homegirl's excited because she wants to dissect the kaiju in her hometown. And yeah, she's not wearing her glasses today, which makes me a little bit sad. But hey, no, it's great that she actually gets her own episode finally, after God knows how long. The homegirl of every season deserves her own episode.
Indeed.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't have one in Tiga. We just had Rena, who's the main girl, not the homegirl, just the main girl. You know, the one obsessed with some arbitrary thing, but is now obsessed with the main character. Yes, it could be pearls. It could be high-heeled shoes. It could be lipstick. It could be a 5,000-year-old giant.
Indeed.
But yeah, no, it's we always need a homegirl, like we did in X. Yeah, so we find a conch in her neighborhood. It's like, are you sure this is a conch? Because this just looks like a regular rock. I'm sure of it. It's related to the fossil of Ouroboros. I just know it. And like they go on a reckless adventure. It's so cute. It's funny. It's very high paced, energetic. It's almost a montage, but it's so cute. And of course, Ouroboros wakes up and she's super excited. At first, she thinks, "Oh, the sound of the sea is what needs to put it to sleep because it used to be an ocean where the city is now." But no, that just makes him more angry.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, of course we go to Beta Smash, and he uses his spear for the first time in God knows how long.
Yeah, that thing existed. Remember?
Funny how like we never brought it up or never used it again. Yeah, but of course he gets his butt kicked. But then she realized, wait, maybe the conch emit some kind of sound. So of course she uses it to play a song that lulls it to rest. And it's like, yay, we're seeing the day peacefully. But of course, Parasite Boy isn't having it. So he basically fuses it with a bunch of other kaiju to give it like this giant headpiece and two claws.
Mm-hmm.
Insert Samurai Jack reference. Because the two gloves of Cronus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but of course, Homegirl has to realize it's being tortured. It's in pain. You got to put it out of its misery so that it could rest peacefully again in death. And of course, like how it's just like, goddamn, finally, claw, cast off, change beetle, clock. Oh,
oh yeah, that episode of Kabuto.
Yeah, that episode of Kabuto.
In
where
the
like
rain.
where he lets all those worms beat him up. Just because he can. It's like, yeah, I'll fight these worms. With your permission. I'm just going to leave it to you. I'm going to let my ass get kicked for once. just so that you could actually maybe take a stand for once. Yeah. Yeah, it's like what Johnny Young Bosch said. There's no difference if you don't. Sorry, what's your interest? Who knows if you don't? Where there's no difference. Who knows if I go? I messed it up, but basically, gotta make your own stand. Gotta take a stand for yourself. And of course she does. And Zed responds accordingly. He uses Zero, Jeed, and Belial to use his Delta Rise form.
Mm-hmm.
It used the word claw there too, but where's the claw exactly?
Yeah, that's a good point. It's called Delta Rise Claw, but he uses Belial Rock, which is basically an evil Byakko Shinken.
Yep. I mean,
or
it's
Saba.
a cool form.
Either one.
Yeah, or Wolf Caliber 50.
Oh yeah, that. But it doesn't talk.
It doesn't talk. No, it doesn't. And yeah, of course, Belial Rock is like, if you were to wield me, what would you do? I need to cut down this kaiju from destroying the city. Very well. You may wield me for now. So of course he does the whole Zoro routine where it's pray for mercy from the Ultra Zeto.
Yes.
Yeah. And he just destroys the thing. But then you hear the God of War playing dun 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 dun.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. When we saw that moth guy descending from the sky, for a split second, I thought to myself, "Is that Mothra?"
Have you ever seen Mothra on the show?
On Ultraman? No.
That's a legitimate question.
No. I've never seen. They've never reused a Mothra prop for another kaiju in Ultraman.
I'm curious, which ones did they reuse? I mean, obviously they reused Gojira for Jiras, but did they ever use Gamera or Rodon or Ghidorah?
No. Also, Gamera is Dai. So, but they did reuse Baragon for Naranga and that one kaiju in the original Ultraman to where his head is like a frill, but then it comes to make a drill.
Okay.
Was it Gabara? No. Gabora? I think that's what it was.
Yeah. But I did. Yeah, I'll say this. There's one kaiju I don't remember the name of, but it lives in my head rent free, where it's a 3-headed kaiju, but its middle head is mechanical.
Its middle head.
It's not King Ghidorah, because I know all 3 of its heads are organic.
Well, there's Mecha King Ghidorah to where the middle head is mechanical.
That's probably it.
Yeah, Mecha King Ghidorah.
Yeah, that's weird to see. But yeah, it was definitely in Destroy All Monsters Melee.
Yep. Yeah, it was Mecha King Ghidorah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Moth Dude, Barossa 3, manages to steal Belial Rock from him.
Yeah, it's not Mothra.
Yeah. So when he's about to go, it's like, if you were to wield me, what would you do? What? I said, if you were to wield me, what would you do? Well, I will use you to commit piracy throughout all the galaxy. I'll take everything that I want. Oh, by the way, fun fact: while Barossa in the English dub sounds like Starscream, he's not Starscream.
Interesting.
Yeah. So hold on, let me try it again. I will commit piracy all throughout the galaxy. Very well. You can wield me for now. But, Balrog, I thought we were friends. Make no mistake, I am no one's friend. I cut whatever I wish to cut, and therefore I am wielded by whomever I wish to wield me. And boy, does our homeboy get smashed. Beta smashed. Yeah. And of course, like, he slips away, becomes tiny, becomes basically a sword in the stone. And of course, Barusa's like, it's like, you thought you could turn small in order to escape me, but it is I who could turn small to find you.
And with that, I'll finally become leader of the Decepticons.
Finally, I will become the leader of the Decepticons. Even Megatron will have to acknowledge me. Yeah, it's not G1 Starscream. It's more like Armada Starscream. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've seen some of Armada, but I've seen all of Micron Densets.
Yeah, I'll say this. The thing I liked about Armada is that Starscream actually does get a redemption arc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he actually dies a hero. Spoiler alert, he dies, but yes, he dies a hero. So much so, even a human wept for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh yeah, I've seen Micron Densets. That's the Japanese version of Armada.
Oh, okay. So. Yeah. But yeah, so even Jugless gets it on the action. It's like, Jugless, you dirty scoundrel! I would totally defeat you. Your sword skills are no match for mine. Oh, really? I think I can defeat you. Actually, who does the English voice of Jugless? Yeah. Hold on. Ultraman Z English dub. Yeah, I'm curious. Like, who does the voice of Jugless? Let's see. I hate it when ads like jump on you. Okay, let's see. It was Mick Lauer.
Oh, yeah. Rice Pirate.
Yep. Which means he was Roku and Zexel. He was Abakio in Golden Wind. Okay, now I got a better like idea of what to like do my voice.
And you know who else he was?
Yeah,
he was Goku in Dragon's Ball PP.
Yeah, he was also Vlad in Bastard.
Yep, I am real Super Saiyan.
Yeah. He played Shishio in Rurouni Kenshin, the new one. Yeah, and let's see. He was in. He played some characters in Terminator Zero. Okay. So I have a general idea of what to go for. I can defeat your blade skills, even if you used his name is eluding me. It's like there's a lock. Belial Rock. Even if you use Belial Rock. Interesting. Well then, I'm going to allow you to use me in order to fight Jugless. Amuse me. And of course, Jugless wins. And of course, I'm like, yeah. and of course, Barossa's like, no, curses! I'm going to use this Wonderite book. Wait, was it Wonderite? Yes, I'm going to use this Wonderite book to become a giant again. So of course, Zed Haruki transforms into Zed again, But this time, neither of them has Belial Rock. The two, Jugless and Belial Rock are just like watching. It's like, so you hung out with my son once upon a time. I didn't even know he was your son. All I know is that he was a total jerk face. Yeah, that sounds about right. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Shut up. You're an even bigger jerk than he was. Yeah, you think I'm not gonna make JoJo references here and there and everywhere? Yes, that's a Beatles reference, which makes it a JoJo reference. Yes, but of course
but you know what else? Oh, I like Yu-Gi-Oh! You like JoJo? Joe? Friendship.
Friendship is not magic, but something along those lines.
Friendship is magic.
Yes, as you would learn in Wizard vs. Force.
Yes. Or all 9 seasons of My Little Pony.
Yeah, I am not a brony, but come on, Kamen Rider totally walked into that one.
Yep.
And then in Geo, you had Sogo and Gates actually use Forze and Wizard together. They're on screen together. And of course, the two of them have to learn to become friends.
Twilight Sparkle would be proud.
Yeah. Yeah. Now let's get rid of the smoky halo. Yes, the purple haze! That is not an Abakio stead, but still. But as you can recall, these blues are getting very moody. So time to become Delta Rise Claw. Again, where's the claw? Because the only claw I see is wielded by his opponent. You thought you the one with the claw, but it is I, Starscream. So he uses a rider kick to defeat him.
Yep.
Yeah, he uses a rider kick. And of course, I'm like... And Jugless is like, so we're just not gonna do anything? Well, of course we're not gonna do anything. I want to see how this plays out. I'm very curious. By the way, if you wielded me, what would you do? I just don't want to do anything. Really? You don't have any ambitions? I'm just a I'm just a wandering like juggler. Remember that. It's like, God damn, you're more bored than I wanted you to be. I thought you were gonna go full Deadpool, but you disappointed me. well, goodbye. I'm gonna team up with Haruki after all. Like, hello, kiddo. Yeah, I see you getting your butt kicked. Mr. Belial Rock, you're here to help me. Not quite. If you were to wield me, what would you use me for? Well, honestly, I don't know. Like seriously, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm fighting for. I feel totally emo because no one wants to be my friend, especially not you. If I destroy this monster, even with your help, where's that going to take us? Brilliant. I see you're a person of infinite potential. We are bonded by gravity. Therefore, I will allow you to wield me. Now, show me what you're capable of. Stand out! and of course, he finally wields the Belial Rock and very quickly dispatches Barossa. Like, even with those butterfly wings, his Akamichi bloodline doesn't stand a chance against his infinite Tsukiyomi. That's like 3 Naruto references right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't believe we did it. We succeeded. Yes, and that's where I take my leave. I'm going to disappear for about 100 years. Then maybe your grandson will try to find me. But of course, I won't make it easy for him. He'll have to go all the way to Egypt. And of course, like, You honestly thought that I was going to stay teamed up with you? You foolish child!
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Meanwhile, Parasite Dude is on his final straw. He's basically somewhere underground. He's met with a GAFJ captain, and someone mysterious slices his gun, which gives the Parasite Dude an opportunity to. This will only last for a second. You won't feel a thing. And then once the rest of the GAFJ show up, it's like, this is the captain of the GAFJ. I've apprehended the suspect. And of course the suspect is like, where am I? I don't remember a thing. Why are you taking me? What's going on? Ah! But of course, the person who is hidden inside that corridor looks suspiciously like Juggler. So, thoughts on these episodes?
Well, other than the recap episode, I thought they were a fine batch of episodes. You know, they had a lot of cool moments.
Yeah. What were some of your most favorites? Some of your most favorite moments?
Well, I'd say seeing Grieza again because, you know, I love X. So it's interesting how the villain from Ultraman X is fighting Ultraman Z. So we're skipping Y and going to Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Delta Rise Claw as a... Yeah, the name doesn't really make sense, but as a form, I like all the red, blue, and gold on it. It looks very cool.
Yeah, no, I agree. Honestly, I like the kaiju we got in this episode. Again, we got to see Grieza again. We got to see Ouroboros again, and even the new Baroba, not Baroba, Barossa. Honestly, the butterfly wings kind of make it really dope. I'm surprised he didn't use any underhanded techniques like pocket sand. Or Uzumaki.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's see. 7.5 for the first one, and then basically 9s for the rest of them.
Yeah. Obviously 7 for episode 13 because it's a clip show. As cute as Kanegon is, doesn't change the fact. It doesn't change the fact that it's a clip show episode. Yeah, episode 14. It was okay. It was an 8. Episode 15, definitely a 9. Back to 8 with episode 16, but then a 10 for episode 17 because I freaking love the whole Balial Rock sword thing because it's like I cut whatever I want. Deal with it. Yeah, you just gotta have to deal with it. Yeah, and just being able to hear Dio's voice do that, I'm like, yeah. Oh, one thing we didn't mention, I hate how everyone was dismissive of Homegirl when she was a little girl. So I would like to wish a very belated.
Monster came out and grabbed my mommy.
Now you know, dear, there's no such thing as monsters.
So yeah, that's the main reason why I gave the episode an 8 instead of a 9, because I don't like how done dirty Homegirl was when she was a little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love that she got character arc. So yeah, for me, it's mainly I love to see Belial, Rock, and Homegirl getting a focus episode. Those are my 2 main highlights in these episodes. But yay, we only got 8 more episodes, and we're done with the season. And then we're gonna go back to doing only 1 episode a week like we used to.
with Omega.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to Omega.
Yep. Yeah, because apparently Omega will create its own human body, and a human character will turn into kaiju, which become weapons.
Yes.
It feels like Zenkaiju all over again.
And a little bit of Ultraman Ginga.
Yeah. Which we are going to have to do eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually. But yes, so let us know, what did you people think of this episode? OMG, so many Dio references. Well, of course.
Yeah.
Like, how can you not make so many Dio references? Kono Dio da! Of course.
Yeah. You know, I've actually seen a video to where it's the Kono Dioda scene, but instead it's Kono Jakatrista.
Jakatrista. Bellio Rock. Oh, Bellio Rock. Ultra Yotomare. I mean, to be fair, the Ultra has been stocked.
Yeah.
Not for real. I love Bellio Rock's personality. It adds a little something to it. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of Serpentera's Japanese counterpart because it helps neither hero nor villain. It exists to maintain a direct balance between the two. So I'll side with whichever side is losing.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very unfortunate considering when, the bad guys are still the bad guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it for the comments, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon. Stay notified for our latest videos. Share our videos because we are dangerously close to 3,000 subscribers. We only need 70 more subs to reach that milestone. And we have a lot of amazing content planned for you guys. We got 17 more PMC interviews, 3 Pasadena Comic-Con interviews, and 5 Robo Toy Fest interviews. So that's a lot of interviews that we have that we are still in the process of editing for you guys to enjoy. And yes, even on our sister channel, The Buttery Show, we got more interviews on top of that where we're going to be discussed where we're going to have, let's see, 3 plus 5, 8 more interviews for that. So, no, wait, 4 more interviews. So that's 9 interviews to go. So we're excited. We got a lot of content for you guys. And of course, for our mainstays, we've got Ultraman Z on Mondays, Kamen Rider Gov on Wednesdays, number 1 Sentai Gojo. Hold on. Where'd that ring go? Hold on. I want to do it the right way. It's here somewhere. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. We're time got kind of wibbly wobbly in the last episode, so I'm gonna pretend I lost it because of Tega June for a second. But yeah, number 1 Sentai Gojuger on Thursday, and of course on Sunday we're going back to form with Kamen Rider Classic. We're doing the second movie, Kamen Rider versus Ambassador Hell. Once we're done with that, we're completely done with that 3rd arc for good. No more Emmy, no more Toko, no more Ambassador Hell because he is very lame. And we will continue the following week with the final 19 episodes with Gel Shocker as the main villains. All that and more. And of course, on our sister channel, The Buttery Show, we do various interviews, reviews, and discussions. We got shorts for Gundam G-Quacks. Right now, it's Karate Kid month. We're going to do the first 2 Karate Kid movies sometime this week. And of course, we are going, next month will be John Wick month. So we got a lot of stuff for you guys. And of course, we got those interviews ready to go. But in the meantime, you can watch our discussion of the movie Sinners, because that's already up, as well as our interview with Sean Kanan from Karate Kid 3 and Cobra Kai. Let me tell you, that interview was very spicy in the literal sense. And if you want to follow our personal content, where can the people find you?
You can find me at youtube.com, Axel Ranger.
And you can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Be sure to stay safe, stay hydrated, update emergency kits, hug your loved ones. Make sure your car's AC is working because, yeah, it's hot. But with all that and more, we love you guys. We hope to see you again real soon. Have a good one. For those of you who said hi to us at the conventions, we can't wait to see you again. Also, be sure to check out Ranger Stop and Pop this weekend in Atlanta, Georgia at the Omni Hotel. We won't be there, but we still encourage you to check it out because the cast of Mystic Force is going to be there. And next month, you can catch this guy at G-Fest.
Indeed.
Yep. Care to give us details on that?
Yeah, I've been going since 2011, and it's going to be in Rosemont, Illinois, in Chicago, at the Hyatt from July 11th through the 13th.
Awesome. And, of course, the next convention any of us will be attending will be ToonCon after G-Fest. Will be ToonCon, which is usually in the fall season. Ryan will definitely be there. I may or may not be there, but you could still say hi to Ryan at ToonCon for sure. With that said, guys, we love you. We hope to see you again real soon. And that's pretty much it. Have a good one. Bye.